Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. I just got done filming part 1 of the Lessons Learned from 2020 series. This is part 2, and right now I'm going to talk. In the last video I talked about a lesson regarding our health and the need for us to take care of our physical health, as well as some opinions, some lessons and opinions that I have about some of our social responsibilities that really have been brought to the forefront of the discussion this year and is important for us to be mindful of them moving forward. And in this video, I'm going to talk about some lessons regarding finances. So again, finances was another key issue that was brought to the front of the conversation this year. A lot of people started struggling back in March and still are struggling and will be struggling for a long time. And there are some things to consider, I think, moving forward. One is to realize that it's good to be financially sound in order to make sure that you actually have a built-up savings to cover expenses if you do lose your job or if the economy tanks like we saw this year. A lot of people lost their jobs, tens of millions of people. A lot of them are back to work, but a lot of them are not. And the economy also tanked earlier this year and is kind of in a weird phase right now where we don't really know what the long-term effects of this year are going to be from an economic standpoint. So I remember probably 5, 6, 7 years ago, I was in my early 20s, I heard a statistic, and it was a piece of advice, and I've heard it several times since, that you should aim to have 6 months of expenses in a savings account reserved for situations exactly like what we saw this year. You know, job loss, a bad economy, some sort of unforeseen event that might cause you to lose your income, most or all of your income for an extended period of time, and that was sort of the traditional metric to go by: 6 months of expenses in cash reserves. However, I would even say I'd ante that up a little bit, and due to the nature of the fact that we're in our 9th, 10th or so month of this pandemic, that you should really aim to have closer to a year of cash reserves to cover expenses if things happen. It's just a good thing to do, and whatever you have to do in your personal situation to make that happen, if that's what you choose to do, then you need to make that happen. It's just a very responsible and good thing to do you owe it to yourself to be prepared for something like this, if something like this should happen again. And that's really a big lesson, you know, to be conservative with your finances, living within your means, having those cash reserves, and being ready to weather a similar type of storm should it happen again. I really hope it doesn't, but you just never know, you know, with the way things are today and the volatility of certain things. You just can't be too careful. You know, being careful and conscientious of finances and the other things that I talked about in the last video is definitely, in my opinion, the best policy. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is to try to get as many streams of income, reliable streams of income, as you can. I'm definitely going to be working on that. And then in 2021, my goal is to expand upon my income streams, which I'm actually going to talk about in another video that I'm going to be filming here shortly. And as well as some of the other goals. I think I'm going to film like 3 more videos tonight and upload them throughout the week about my own personal goals, both in the, I think in health, mental health, physical health, finances, and some other goals that I have to work on in 2021. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoy, or this video rather. I hope you enjoyed it, and I had to check the time, and I'm going to film another video to come out later this week. Thank you all for watching. Please give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you. Have a good night.